reflective practice in the remaining steps.
Okay.
I am using the corpse model of reflective practice. In that, there are four processes and 4 steps. That is, I initially told that the experience, the observation, the conclusion, and the action. In that, the comparison of the Indian and New Zealand American psychiatric social work by using that is active experimentation and the observation.
Okay.
It is in the remaining steps. I am using the corpse reflective model, and initially I told that it have 4 steps and 4 processes. That is the experience, and the other is the observation, and the third step is the conclusion or the reflection, and the 4th is the action. The remaining steps we need to go are the comparison of the themes that we found by using the review of literatures from both in India and New Zealand. That is the experience that we experience step phase, and in the observation we find through observation we will find the findings, and in the conclusion part we will analysis and derive certain conclusions, and we the final step is the writing down the article. That is the action, and from that conclusion we will make an outline of the article. That's in that way I am using the corpse model for the reflective practice for the remaining steps, and I have reference also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, we're done. Okay, any questions for Venture?
Actually, I have a question, and because 4 of you actually work on the different topics, and actually I want to know how you work together. Although actually you are a group, but you just have different topics, so how can you work together towards the outcome?
Actually, we are divided into 4 topics because it is a very vast and wide subject, because we are doing a comparative study on the medical and psychiatric social work in India and New Zealand. It is a very vast thing, so we divided it into group, as I told in my presentation, and we are focused on each topic. That is, I am focusing on the psychiatric social work in India, and I am searching for the review of literatures on that, and finding out themes and comparing it with the psychiatric social work in New Zealand. Yes.
So how you help each other Yes, that's because it's the same question for
Actually, we have made a group ID in the WhatsApp, like social practice. So whatever findings we find, we just communicate, and we have an update communication network. So if we want to meet in a particular day in the college, we will come that day, and if we get some information from the facilitator, we just pass information. If we get some new ideas, we just tell that this is the new thing we find in the web or some address, so just go into that. So working in the group, we need a update communication network. So we have found that WhatsApp, we made a group IDs called social practice. We four other in the group, so we just communicate. So it's not very up to that mark, but we have just made a lot of developments and a lot of updation in the communication.
So you also communicated the outcomes, the articles you found.
Rinku, can you talk about what impact taking this course has had on your sense of
Sorry,
professional self?
I have the slide. I
Yep.
forgot.
Okay.
Is this the one?
Yes.
By doing the course, because it helped me to build confidence, to write an article, and to publish, and it made me more tech savvy, and learn how to use the mind map. That is the debate graph. That is a important thing I learned from this course, and by comparing and contrasting the themes which we found in the literatures from both in New Zealand and India, it helps a lot to know about the similarities or the differences in both countries, and it will help in our future practice, and learn a new method, that is a reflective practice. That is a very important thing, and it will help the reflective practice. It will definitely help me for reaching my goal and my purpose, and it's helped to connect the past and the present and the future.
Can I see your reference list, please? And also, Rinku, can you speak to how you will be using reflective practice in the remaining steps from now until the article is finished?
I already
Say a little bit more depth.
okay. Using Cobb's model, by comparing and contrasting the themes, it's an experimenting phase by comparing and contrasting, and from that we will observe certain things and we will find certain things, and from that findings we lead to a conclusion about the findings from the articles by the comparison of the articles. And after that conclusion we will lead to the final action, that is the article writing, and it helps to complete the action by using the Cobb's model.
Good. Okay. Well done.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Rinku? Okay. Well done. So